All right, I need to bring this back to light because literally no one knows it's here. No one's using it. There's been like one video on it, one or two videos in the past on it. And it's sitting here for free, like literally sitting there. No login required, nothing like that. I'm using it for testing at the moment. There's somebody, a friend of mine, who's actually running a lot of algorithms on the data in the background, looking for alpha, and is doing a pretty good job of that. What is this? Like, what actually is this tool here? Well, if you don't know what this is, imagine tracking the net profit and loss for every single account on the blockchain for pretty much every coin. This has been tracking it since, I think, June last year. So anything launched after June last year, plus I think Doge here and also Chainlink. So it's tracking those as well. So not every coin on the blockchain is being tracked, everyone that's launched since, say, June last year. Is that data valuable? Like, is that useful? So for example, just looking at Dogecoin over here, this is really interesting. Look here where the market bottomed out over here, right? So it hit a bottom there. Look at this big spike here in the number of people, not the number of people, sorry, the amount of value of all those accounts that sold at a loss. So this is everyone bailing out and selling at a loss. And the same over here. So that's what this is telling me. And both times when we've had that big exhaustion here of people selling at a loss, there's no one else left. There's no one else left to sell at a loss, or no one else willing to. And so, of course, price then is reverting here. So this is a very, very clear example. This is just the first one you'll see the minute you hit the site. But there's something else I wanted to show you because there's a lot you can do here. So for example, you have the scorecard. So this account here, E21, E21, E21. So it's the same account. I know because here it's got 26 pools, 26 pools, 26 pools. They've traded 26 pools. Look at their ROI on each of these pools. Look at this one here, Harry to Wrapped Ethereum. By the way, I assume all of these coins are just trash. This guy made a killing on this coin. Here you can see where it dumped. And this red bar here is backed up by this purple bar down here. You see this purple bar? That purple bar means people that owned the token before it launched sold. So you can see who's dumping. You can see if it's, traders who bought after the fact who are selling, or people that owned the token before what was getting tracked that are selling. So that's really interesting and useful. You can do nothing with this token now, but what I can do is figure out which accounts are making money. So this is an account you can follow. This would be a very useful account to follow. Let's have a look at what else they've traded. Okay, this one here has got some weird liquidity thing happening. Let's just have a look there. Okay, gotcha. So again, this one dumped. Not all of them have dumped, by the way. I've had a look at some of these. Let's go down here. Let's go down to the end of the 26 pools. What's this here? Tomcat. Oh, this one hasn't dumped yet, but it's on its way. So there's sell volume coming in now from whoever owned this before. This is coming down. Now, interestingly, these white bars show you how quick the volume is happening. Each of these bars, what makes this different and frankly better than what you're using with TradingView or whatever, this is what's better. Each of these bars is not based on just time. The bar only completes when a certain amount of volume has traded. So up here, for example, if I set up this volume total, each one of these bars before was, what is that about? That's about 10 wrapped Ethereum. So each one of these bars is about 10 wrapped Ethereum's worth. Once 10 wrapped Ethereum worth of volume has been traded, a new bar forms, a new bar forms, a new bar forms. And then as this token becomes more popular, that level adjusts, it auto adjusts. So that's what each of these bars here are saying. And this is telling you what percentage of those bars, is sell volume versus buy volume. So that's what this here is telling you. So you can actually see that happening. These blue bars here, this is the amount of new volume coming into the token. So these are traders buying after the fact. You can see, it's pushing up price. And then the new traders die out. This new volume just dies. So whatever's happening here is just people that have already bought in. The person who launched this token knows, okay, no new volume's coming in because they're tracking the accounts. They've got the bots to track this one token. The difference here is DexBars tracks every token and it makes it visible. If you were to see this, in fact, you should go back and watch if this is interesting to you, at least. If it's not interesting, just stop the video. But you should go and watch the previous videos on this because I actually show you what these charts look like on normal time bars and you can't see the patterns because it's based on time. And it looks like nothing's happening. But when you look at it based on volume, you actually get to see the momentum. In fact, let me just go back here to Doge. Let's go back to Dogecoin over here and see what's going on. So notice here that this is really dark blue over here. This is really dark blue. Then it gets light blue and then nearly white over here. Then it sort of darkens a bit. The darker it is, the longer it took for that bar to complete. So for example, I can hover over here. That was 63 days ago. This one here, 59. But you can actually see the duration of the bars, 2.1 days, few hours. You can see some of these bars only take sometimes even seconds to complete. And other times they can take like a week to complete. So this is actually based on volume being traded. And what matters, why that matters, is because time isn't what moves price. Volume is what moves price. You're just so used to using volume-based bars. And actually, obviously at Crypto Wizards here, we're using time-based bars. We're using time-based data, not volume-based data over here, not open, high, low, close based on volume. This is based on time, at different intervals, because that actually matters. It matters when calculating things like co-integration and whatnot. But when you're just trying to trade direction, right? What we're always trying to do here, the whole point really of this channel as well, is hunting for edge, researching. Like, where is there potential edge no one's really looking at? There's a reason why, we're not selling like flash loan arbitrage tooling and all of that stuff anymore, because it doesn't make money for people. Like, it stopped making money ages ago. In fact, it was up on the site way too long. It should have been taken down sooner. We just want to find where is the edge. Like, this is a small community. We care about where the edge is. And I'm telling you now, there's an edge if you know the net profit and loss of every single trader's account. So that is there. This is not for everyone, by the way. This is not to say if you're doing well with, say, stat arb, like, ignore this. This is useless to you. Well, someone has probably already punched in the comments, we need this for Solana. And I don't blame you. If I was watching this video, I would say the same thing. And in fact, they have done before. Here's the problem. The computational power required to build this for Solana is ridiculous. So this is all on our own back, on the support from the community, on the support from you guys. And we just haven't got the capital required to do it for Solana. You can see, at the very least, which accounts are making money. And these accounts are getting in at the right time. They either have insider knowledge, they know what's going on. But this is, Crypto Wizards is not breaking any rules here. We're tracking publicly available information. Look at this rug pull here, by the way. Here you go. There we go. Yellow bar. And I see this happen a lot, by the way. You see a big blue spike here in new volume sometimes. And for some reason, that's when, Tom, Dick, or Harry decides to get out. They decide to rug pull everyone. They decide to do it straight after you get all this new buy volume that's come in. It's really interesting. Well, I find it really interesting. You can see here this precise volume pattern over here. Here it's a bit different. But you can see some very precise patterns going on here. So a lot of this volume might even be this purple guy who bought with new accounts to try to make this token look good. I say might. This pretty much is what happened. But I can see it. And thank goodness for Ethereum, because it has just the right amount of throughput to keep up with. Funnily enough, we had this working for Binance Smart Chain. It was so expensive to run. No one was even using it. But it was so expensive to run. And not only that, running a node on BSC is an absolute pain. It actually made me think of shorting BNB. I'm like, is BNB going to survive long term? Because actually supporting the network is a giant pain in the ass. Like, for me, it really was. I don't know if you've had that same experience. But Ethereum, like, I'm loving. I want it for Solana. I definitely want it for Sui. Like, I've been going on about Sui for a long time on this channel. I don't like to pump or promote tokens, by the way. But I showed some analysis on why Sui was really undervalued in the past. And that's not to say I predicted the future, because obviously Sui, shot up in price, which was, it was nice. If you held Sui, but that was never going to be guaranteed, right? I could not have known that was going to happen. I just knew relative to what it did, how good the tech was and who was using it, or how many people was using it, was undervalued at the time. But I think Sui is probably a better option than Solana for running nodes and, building something like this. So just talking about the bars here, these blue bars, this is, accounts coming in after this was launched, buying up stuff. And if you want to see it as how many traders it was, you could just click traders new. There's other stuff here like any minting or burning that's going on. If it can be tracked, it will be tracked. So new traders coming in, the number of new traders, you can see a lot of like new traders came in here, but the blue bar was tiny. The amount of volume they traded was like nothing. So, whoever was selling here, which we actually know these are people that bought the token over here. So these people here were selling. because none of this is purple. This one here is a little bit purple. You might not be able to see that, but these ones here are not. That's what this is telling me. It's telling me the exact story of what's happened with this token. And then here in purple, these are people selling at a loss. So people start selling at a loss. Could have gone down more. I don't think you could have predicted this because there's no real historical pattern to go off here, but you do know at least that people have offloaded at a loss. And what happens after? Okay, it's starting to go up. I know for those of you out there who are keen-eyed traders looking for an edge, for some of you, this will definitely still be useful. I don't know how long I'm going to keep it up for. It costs money to run it, but it depends on how valuable the data is, based on all the testing. So please, while it's here, go and use it. Like, put feedback on this video because I will read it. Put feedback on the video. This is useless. Like, nuke it, save your money. Or this is valuable. This is what you should add to it. All of that kind of stuff. Whatever you want to do. In fact, actually, in terms of the Discord, this is something I've not been in for a long time. So I've just come to check out the Discord and just see how it's doing. And man, I've just not been in here. And I thank you, you guys who have actually supported like flagging bad posts and things like that. Really appreciate that. I'm rubbish with Discord. Like, I literally get anxiety over knowing there's a Discord here that I'm not in much. So please feel free to come and post here too. I'm going to make more of an effort to check for messages myself as well. And I've also discovered Reddit. Like, there's a lot of people asking questions on Reddit too. I'm trying to answer questions there for people as well. And, people that are working on quant stuff too, all of that. So just a quick one. I noticed the pair here, it's not co-integrated, but Bell USDT versus TLM USDT over the last, 700 days. Look at where the red dot is. So this is telling me here, X, which is Bell USDT, is way, way, way overvalued in respect to TLM. So this is a long TLM, short Bell potential. I don't know. Let me know what you think. It's not co-integrated here, but even the Z-score is just like, and this is just a basic static spread. It's just like plummeted. Oh wait, I almost forgot as well. Before I end this, when you click on an account here, it will tell you all those transactions. This tracks the last 2,500 transactions as well. So it will tell you when that person bought and sold, what their trailing return on investment is, and yada, yada, yada. It'll tell you all that stuff. It's tracking that for that particular account. So you can go to the scorecard, you can find accounts and see when they bought and sold. When exactly did they get in and when did they get out? And so these accounts here, like this one for the 26 pools, they clearly have a system going. So this might be someone who you literally just have a bot that follows their trades. Maybe they just had a very lucky streak here, but actually they closed 4 positions on this one, 5 on this. This was not just one, in and out. Here's one in and out. This one was 4 in and outs. Anyway, it blows my mind. I'm not good at talking about this stuff, so please spend some time in it. And again, post your comments here, what you think should be improved. Till the next one, take care and talk soon.